Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another edition of Black Metal and Brews, a show in which I drink beer because I need to film videos to justify my hobbies. Today we're going to be relaxing with the fabulous Cellar by Stillwater Artisanal. Artisanal? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm not cultured. Who needs the culture? Anyway, Stillwater is a brewery that does a fantastic job with their saisons. This one is pretty good. I'll admit I bought a 4-pack. Sometimes I try and taste these fresh. This one I just had to find out beforehand. This saison is brewed with white sage, so in a minute here we're going to get into the depth and intensity of the awesomeness. Pairing with that today, well, let's start the tape because it just kind of kicks right off. This is Infernal Onslaught from Tampa, Florida, a city I used to call home, as many of you know. It was released by Tampa label Wart Records, W-O-H-R-T, not like the stuff that grows on a witch's nose. These guys are cut from the filthier mold of the influence of Swedish death metal. None of the melodic stuff like Later at the Gates or In Flames, although I'll admit I enjoy that. This is raw, filthy, disgusting, depraved. On a hot day, I feel like I'm back in Florida in a way, so felt like these local maniacs, or no longer local to me, but Tampa maniacs, are a perfect fit for the nasty heat that I'm experiencing today. I don't do too well in hot temperatures. I'm a wimp. The nose on this thing, this beer just gets me every time, which is why I made sure to get a few of them. There's a depth to that. It's just every time I drink this beer, it's exciting. It's not just relaxing, although, of course, you want to relax with a nice beer. It's got that nice little effervescence, that tingle. You can see, maybe you can see it, I don't know. It's kind of bubbling up, almost like champagne. You can feel that tickle on your tongue, kind of offsetting, but also accenting the very noticeable herb spice note of the sage in there. It's got a little sweetness. In fact, in many ways, this is like a champagne, except for I don't drink champagne. I'm not cool enough. Again, culture. What is it? Who knows? This beer is just really great. It's refreshing. It's 6.6% alcohol. We can say it's 6.66 because this is a metal thing, and, you know, I'm sure these guys would be thrilled for that, too. Jokes aside, though, the beer is surprisingly refreshing while also being interesting. I feel like the flavors of this, it would be like almost good to marinate a chicken or vegetarian option of some sort in it and just roast it. It's just perfectly seasoned, but it's not inappropriate for a beer. Maybe not for a brand new drinker, but again, if you like light stuff, maybe this would be a good foray into the more peculiar, adventurous beers of the world. There's almost a little sweetness at the end of it. I say almost, I mean, of course, whatever you taste is there, it's real, but I'm not quite sure. It kind of confuses me in a way I like. It's kind of sweet in the way a grapefruit is sweet. Although this doesn't taste like grapefruit, there's that, is it so bitter it's sweet? And again, it's not particularly bitter, but with the grapefruit analogy. We're going to drop the grapefruit. Drop the grapefruit. It's gone. But this confuses me in all the ways I like. It's just really refreshing, really deep. I like it. I'm sure you saw the nice foamy, frothy head it built up there when I poured it, and you can see that it slowly dropped, leaving nice little lacing. The bottom is still, the bubbles are just kicking up through. In fact, the other night when drinking this beer for the very first time, I really noticed how the bubbles form at the surface of the beer, and just how beautiful it was to me. maybe I'm easily amused or entertained, but it just looked great. In closing, this beer is wonderful. This tape is wonderful. These guys are great. I know they've got members of other bands. The only one I can remember off the top of my head right now, the drummer used to be in the incredible cult act Horrid Cross, who I'm sure a lot of you guys know about. They were great. Maybe they're still around. I don't know. They're one of those nebulous Tampa bands that never really died so much as just I've stopped seeing them on shows. But they're great. You get this from Wart Records. It comes with a little Wart Records pin, which is cool. The Wart Records logo is awesome. You can be the coolest kid in town, or coolest adult in town. No judgment on age. In fact, if you're a kid, I hope you're not watching this with plans to drink. If you're not 21, just take in the music. Thanks to all. Have a wonderful day. Beat the heat with some black metal and beer. Cheers.